Yo, 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 it's your host, Spit Inks, Nothing's Normal Podcast. And I'm here introducing Righteous Felon Craft Jerky, ladies and gentlemen. It's an all-natural jerky, beef jerky, excellent source of protein, good for you gym heads like myself, good post-workout meal or snack, I should say. They got some cool names, too. Shout out to the Righteous Felon. You know, I know a lot of felons. I'm a felon myself, so this really hit different. My favorite would be the Teriyaki Balboa. If you know me, those are obvious reasons. My balls got the boxing gloves. We got the Maryland Monroe. Now, for those who've been to Maryland, you know what they're known for, good old crab seasoning. So we got the Maryland Monroe. And finally, I'm going to give y'all one more, the Soul Survivor. The Soul Survivor, Korean barbecue inspired. Tastes like rib tips. You won't know the difference. If you want to give these snacks a try, you head over to their website at righteousfelon.com. Type in promo code POLY15 for a discount on this excellent, healthy, delicious snack. Yo, 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 Nothing's Normal Podcast. It's your host, Spit Inks, back at you with another episode. I ain't did shout-outs in a while, man. Let me do some shout-outs. Shout out to Beautiful Nightmares, my boy Reef. Check him out, Beautiful Nightmares on Instagram. Divine Timing on the shorts. Shout out to Duncan Dawn. GBA, Sturdy Way, Greenleaf, Polymath, we here. With that being said, man, we finally got some estrogen in the building, man. We, the first 18 episodes, a lot of testosterone, so I'm looking forward to a nice, mild-mannered, y'all fellas, man, y'all be overdoing it sometimes. But yeah, man, our first female guest, man. Who we got to the left?
It's Koke.
It's Koke. What does that mean, by the way?
So as you know, my name's Nicole.
Absolutely.
And my friends since college called me Cole, and Apple autocorrect kept changing it to Koke.
Okay.
So they just were like, whatever, that's your name now. Yeah. And now I'm Koke, and that's my name for my music as well.
Listen, man, no disrespect to none of the viewers who, that's not what that means, baby. This, it's all over.
But take it how you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Whatever works for you.
Hey, man. So listen, okay, Koke. I like that. Where you from, Koke?
Big Greenburgh.
Big Greenburgh.
The biggest Greenburgh.
The biggest. What's your last name, man? We got to talk about it before we get into anything. Before we get into it, we talk about Greenburgh. The Robinsons, that's an important family in the town, big family, a lot of legends in the community, did a lot of things for the community, me specifically. What's going on? Talk to me about being a Robinson, man. Who's the Robinson in your family? How did you become a Robinson?
So my mom and dad met at some point.
Which one is the Robinson?
And my dad, James Robinson, is the one that gave me my last name. Yeah. And we got a big family, especially in the town. Sure. Right now, a lot of us are spread out all over the country, but we're definitely a big family. But also, I see Greenburgh as my big family too.
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
the Robinson name is cool, and I love my family, and I take pride in that, and I take pride in my Greenburgh family for sure.
Okay. Where at in Greenburgh did you grow up?
In the hills.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Shout out to the hills. Shout out to my 730 campaign, man. Yeah. Schools in Greenburgh. Mm. Well, not just in Greenburgh. Schools, period. How were you? What schools did you go to coming up in Greenburgh?
Yeah, I went to the Castle. I went to Jackson, Bailey, Highview.
Yeah.
So I finished at Bailey, and then I went to Catholic school after that. I went to Transfiguration in Terrytown for 2 years for middle school. And then I went 4 years. Sorry, I went 4 years to Ursuline in New Rochelle because Corey Chambers. She's like family, and Corey. I just wanted to follow her path, and she went to Ursuline, so I wanted to play ball over there.
Before we get more into Ursuline and what you was doing in Ursuline, you got any siblings?
I do, in fact.
Who are they?
James and Jasmine, twins. They're 18 months younger than me. Jasmine, she's great ball player in her own right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to say that first because she's definitely a great ball player.
Yeah.
And now she's teaching in the South Bronx. She's been doing that for a couple years. And my brother, one of the smartest people I know,
For sure. Shout out to James Robinson
genius.
Jr.
He's actually been living in California for the last 2 years.
How's he
So
doing?
he's doing good. He's doing good. He's out there, doing his thing.
Now, you mentioned basketball. Now, basketball is a huge part of your family's life, Did you play basketball yourself?
For sure.
Absolutely.
You know that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Portia, too.
Word.
Shout out to Portia. Shout out to J-Rob. Shout out to the Pops. Y'all all, when it comes to basketball, that was your thing. So, how was that for you? Who introduced you to ball? Because, the Nicole I know was definitely heavy on the basketball.
For sure. Portia was a big influence on me playing basketball and wanting to, play with the big kids like you.
Sure,
and,
yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
was trying to
saying?
rap.
Where I was trying to, and Hasim.
Shout out to Haas.
He was like the N1 mixtape guru. So he used to do all the tricks and all the stuff. So I had some older cousins that really pushed that basketball thing just by watching them, just by watching their greatness. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, fast forward to 2023. Instagram. We all big on social media.
Yeah.
I noticed you found a newfound art in music.
Yeah.
And music, I love music. Me, I can't survive without music. I feel like music is one of the best ways to express your feelings, how you feel. There's a song for every mood that you could possibly feel. Like music is I could go on for days about music. So talk to us about your introduction to music and what made you even want to get into it in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I went to camp at the center, and for everybody, this is a big show. So for everybody that doesn't know about Greenburgh and the camps that we went to, I went to a camp at our community center, and we had a music program through the camp. And Mr. Clayton, he had us singing and singing and doing sign language since we was babies.
Absolutely.
So music is definitely like part of the core of what helped me grow up. 4th grade, I go to Bailey. I'm in band playing trumpet. Like, loved music. So that's when I got introduced to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and you know what I'm saying, like real good soulful music. Kirk Franklin, when he had some bands in his album. So music's always been a big part of my life. And for myself, when I was about 20, 21, me and my cousin went to the studio, Gary Carrero.
Gary.
Boy. And we went to the studio just to he was doing music, and he was like, just come through, we'll mess around, you do a rap song or whatever. And I did that, and it was fun and it was cool. We went to Bedrock Studios in Mount Vernon. Shout out Bedrock. Reggie Huggins. Where. And so we did that for a little while. I did about 3 songs. Didn't take it too seriously. But the pandemic happened, and I was trying to figure out what I really wanted to do. Right. So I got tattoo equipment. I got T-shirt equipment. I did a T-shirt company, and I got my own recording equipment for music, just to try to figure out. I had all this time to myself now. Yeah. Like, let me see what's actually, for me. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I used my music as, I would call it, like a melodic diary.
Okay, wow.
So I could just get my feelings out, make it rhyme to a nice beat or whatever, and it was just for myself. And then I went through some stuff last year, and when I got out of that, that's when I hit up my cousin. And I was like, it's time. Like, let's really give back in a way.
I feel like everybody in their life has that moment, that defining moment where they say, you know what? I'm gonna put my foot on the gas and I'm gonna put my pedal to the metal and get busy. Do you care to elaborate on that situation at all, or is that something that's
like last year?
Private?
Yeah. This is very interesting. This is the first time I'm like kind of speaking about it publicly.
Of course.
But I'm very open about it because, especially within the Black community, especially talking to Black people, because we don't really talk about mental health that much. Mm-hmm. And I actually attempted suicide last July.
Wow.
And was in the hospital for 6 days, was not a good time.
Yeah.
Taught me a lot about the world, about myself, about people that are struggling. And when I got out of that, I realized there was people before that and after that helped me get through my days, like Coffee, like Chance the Rapper. And I knew that I was making music like that for myself, but I knew that there was people that needed to hear my message.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's what's a really big deal for me when it comes to this.
Everybody in the studio, let's clap it up for her real quick before I say what I'm about to say.
Oh, thanks.
Transparency is a big key in healing. You know, you got to be transparent. So the fact that, you know, that's something that you're willing to speak on, because I feel like in our culture, especially Black culture, we taught that we got to have everything figured out. Like weakness is like, it's like we deem everything as weak. If we need help, we weak. And what ends up happening is it ends up killing our communication because we feel like we can't speak on these things.
Word.
You know? What are some things that you do to pick yourself back up? Because sometimes you can't always rely on people. So, you know, give the viewers some tips on mental health as far as how you bounce back from a mental slump on your own, whatever you do that doesn't involve necessarily, you know, venting or reaching out to somebody. Because, you know, people, that's a whole nother topic. But, you know, what are some things that you do to cope with mental illness?
A big thing that I like, so there's kind of like tiers, or at least like a spectrum of what I like to tap into when I'm having a rough day or whatever.
Of course.
Podcast is one of them. Podcast is a big one for me. Like, and audiobooks, kind of listening to the thinking that outthinks me. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So there's, just to shout out, there's a podcast called We Can Do Hard Things with Glennon Doyle, and she has a lot of guests on there that really help me rethink what I'm going through and what I've been through and what somebody else might be going through.
Yeah.
I will listen to uplifting music,
Of course.
and that's Coffee is really like that for me.
Absolutely.
I have a couple mantras, I guess, and I turn my mantra into my song. So it's called Everything Is Okay.
Okay.
And when I was in the hospital, that's kind of one of the things that I kept telling myself. There was two things. It was everything is okay, and none of this is real. So like, everything is okay. It's like, everything isn't always great. Everything isn't always perfect. Everything isn't, you know, sunshine and rainbows, but it's always okay. It's not gonna be okay. It's not that it was okay. It is okay in this moment. Like, it's not amazing, but it's okay.
Right.
And that can get you through to the next moment.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And also, none of this is real. Is like, what are we even doing?
Yeah.
Like, what am I even upset about?
Right.
It feels real, but like, not to get too airy-fairy or whatever, but like,
go with
money, time.
I'm following you.
None of it is real.
Right.
It's either really real or it's really not.
Hello.
So it's like, I'd rather just be like, all right, that hurt me a little bit, but like, is it real?
Right.
Fine, you know?
When you were going through these things, is it something you kept private, or was it something that, you know, you shared with those closest to you? Or was it something like, you know?
Yeah, I definitely share with people closest to me.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah.
Because the 6 days that I was in the hospital or whatever felt like an eternity, and it felt like I changed so much, and I was like, when I got out of here, it's like I want people to know that, because like, you didn't know this about me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
So it's like, I definitely want people to know that the person walking by you, the person telling the best jokes, the person whoever,
yeah, you never know,
is struggling, can be struggling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which means it's okay for you to struggle.
100%.
So if you need somebody, I'm here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't want to keep that to myself, because I didn't know who to go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. To bring it back to your music, how would you classify your style of music? Like, what? I don't want to. We could use the word genre, but you know, you got soul music, you got music of entertainment, and then you have like just how you really feel. What would you classify your style of music?
Right now it's feel good music. You know what I mean? It's my first song that I dropped was called Mission. It's like a kind of pop, kind of upbeat kind of situation that talks about like going on a journey of discovering yourself kind of thing. And everything is okay. It's a reggae joint. It's like a dance hall kind of vibe. I have a reggae artist on it. And so I can't really like put myself in a genre quite yet.
Of course.
But feel good, maybe something to make you think a little bit, something to, you know, help you get you through your days and stuff like that.
Do you write, or are you like a punch-in type of person? Like you go to the studio and you just, whatever's on your mind, you say it, then you stop punching, or do you actually write? Yeah,
I punch. I have like if I'm going through the day, I'll write a quote, or even some slang or something that I won't remember when I'm in the studio. I'll be like, I need to put that in the song, because like, what are we doing? I'll write like a couple lines or whatever, maybe 2 lines. But when I'm in the studio, it's just I'll do like a mumble track or whatever, and then, you know, put in my words throughout there.
Now, what's your studio process? You know, we in the studio now. Sometimes it might include some marijuana, a little drink. You might want to be in there by yourself. You might want everybody around. Everybody creates, everybody's creative gears gets fired different ways. Everybody's cylinder, it takes different ingredients to make somebody's creative cylinder go off. So, typical studio session with you, what does that look like?
Yeah, so I like to be in the studio during the day.
Really?
Like,
wow.
Yeah, like I'm in there. It could be between 9 a.m. to 7, like in there. And if people come in and they want to vibe or whatever, I'm there afterwards. But like, I engineer myself.
Wow. That's
so
dope.
I don't have to like wait on nobody to get my stuff out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I clock in, and maybe once a month we might have like one of those drinking sessions or whatever. But it's like, now I'm locked in.
You're organic.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I like being in there by myself and just, figuring out my vibe.
I was checking out your catalog, on Instagram. I see, you got a couple pictures. You got a picture, shout out to Jadakiss.
Yeah.
I see you doing a lot of networking, as far as features. Are you open to working with different people and different artists? And if so, like, who are some of your dream features as far as people you would love to do a song with?
Shoot.
Shit. I'm gonna curse.
Shit.
Fuck that. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
I mean, the obvious is Beyonce. Like, who doesn't want to,
Why you don't really hear that too often? Wow.
You really should.
People be scared to like speak on her.
And I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it. If you watching Beyonce, I'm ready. I'm waiting.
Hov, don't strike us, Hov. Nah. Shout out to Beyonce.
For a feature.
That's dope, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Why? Why Beyonce? I mean, why Beyonce?
Other than the fact that she's, to me at least, I'll be politically correct. To me at least, she's the greatest. But also, I love her pro-Black messaging. I love her pro-queer messaging, her, openness and acceptance that she puts out into the world and through her music. I just think she's super dope, Yo,
it's your host Spanks of the Nothing's Normal podcast, and today I'm introducing the world's first THC seltzer water, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, this serves the purpose of you get high, sip around the kids. You don't got to worry about nobody being in your business, nobody sniffing you out. Y'all be trying to hide it with the cologne and all that, this over stinking. This also serves as a good breath refresher. I know me, when I smoke, I got to drink something. So now you kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, ladies and gentlemen. My personal favorite, I like this mango joint. I'm from the tropics. I'm a tropical brother. And listen, I'm 200 pounds plus. I could chug down some beer. One of these, I'm fried, died, laid to the side, ladies and gentlemen. So don't forget, over here, Nothing's Normal, we are under the Polymath Network. So, of course, you get a discount by using promo code POLY20. Don't worry, if you're having trouble with the spelling, I got you. POLY, the number 20. Promo code, get you a discount. Also, kids, stay in school. If you're not 21, go get your Gatorade. Legally highest seltzer water, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy. Our community, we suffer from a lot of these issues. Mental health, big issue in our community. The gay community, big stigma, big issue. As far as how, we perceive that and what we think is right and what we think is wrong. Religion, a lot of different things. And I just feel like, people as strong as yourself, could help somebody, come clean, with their family or even with themselves or whatever and be proud to be who you are.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
give you a hug. I gotta give you a hug. You're still a lady.
Man, for sure, man.
Where can we find your music?
I'm on every streaming platform. Koke Robinson is the easiest way to find me.
Right.
My artist name is Koke, but social media and all of that is TheGoodKoke, KOKE.
Right.
And I'm everywhere. Got some videos on YouTube. Got some, and got some stuff on the way for sure.
Yeah, talk about it. Can we get an exclusive? What you got going on? What's coming in the future from Koke?
Yeah. I mean, what we're working towards now is really our live performances. Probably an EP by the end of the year. The singles that we have out now, really pushing the singles to gain more traction to make people care about an EP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
talk about the singles. What singles do you have out?
Yeah. So my first single called Mission. Like I said, it's kind of about like mental health journey. It talks about taking walks and meditation and medication. It's another thing that I'm, a big proponent of is, sometimes you need that help.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And my second single is called Everything Is Okay. And that's the dancehall kind of vibe.
I saw it.
We got a real cool video out for that one with some cool like meteor effects and stuff like that. It's really dope. And that's actually, I got my guitar back here.
Yeah, let's pull that up. Let's see what you got going on. Well, barcode, everything is okay. Do you know what to do with this thing, or is this just a prop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I carry it around as a prop, but I know what to do with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Can we get a little demonstration before you even elaborate on it?
Nah, it's completely
okay. No problem.
I've been carrying this around for 75 days. It's all broken up, and so I got to get it fixed before I can
Guitar
do it.
Hero. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so talk to us about this. What's the meaning behind the barcode? Yeah.
So when my song Everything Is Okay came out, can you hear me?
Of course.
When my song Everything Is Okay came out, I was kind of in a situation where I was like, I know I'm making good music. I know people need to hear my music. I don't know how. You know what I mean? And I'm not financially in a position to throw thousands into the radio or do whatever. So I took my guitar. I went on 119 by the county center, sat on my car for about 10 days and just held up my guitar for 2 hours. And after that, I went to train stations, played my music, held up my guitar. People scan the QR code, and it goes to my link tree with all my music, all my videos, and everything like that.
Wow.
So today is I had a couple days. I wouldn't call it break because I've been outside, but like I wanted to make sure that day 75 was at the Nothing's Normal podcast.
Ooh.
So because that was yeah. So we outside for everything is outside day 75. When I started this, I was like, I'll probably do it for 75 days or until. That was always a thing, until. And I'm at the point where it's like I got the traction, I got the movement, I got the team that's, really starting to push and I got what I needed out of those 75 days.
And I want to talk about promo for a minute, and talk about not necessarily being humble, but being grounded.
Yeah.
Because I know this girl personally, and I know, the stock that she comes from. So I feel like if she could stand on 119 with a guitar and a barcode that says everything okay to further her dream and to really get out here and grind, and I just feel like me personally, even me myself, is no excuse, as to what length we should go to, jumpstart our careers and our businesses, because that means a lot. That's dope. Did that work out? How did it go?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The analytics on the link tree looking
That's tough.
looking good.
Yeah.
And I bring it to parties with me. I bring it to concerts with me. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I am, because it's a conversation starter.
Of course.
I referee.
Yeah, you do.
And I got my stripes on and my guitar on my back, and people are like, "What? You playing halftime? Like, what's going on?" I'm like, "Nah." And I swing the guitar around, and I'm like, "This is how I promote my music. You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?"
That's fine.
And they're like, "Oh wow!" Like, because nobody's doing that. So I'm trying to, create my own lane, and also show other people that you don't need the thousands of dollars for the radio. You don't need you can create your own lane by getting outside and putting in the work,
We changing the meaning outside.
Yeah.
Man. This is outside for real.
Yeah.
The EP, you got a name for it when it drops?
I do. I might have to tell you that off the air.
Okay.
Because it's cute.
Okay, yeah. And I'm ugly, so I can't find out the okay, well we could talk about that off air.
Yeah.
Can you give me a story behind the title without giving it to me?
Actually, my brother gave the idea to me. It's called Universal Chill Pill.
There we go.
And when he said that, I was like, he said this maybe a year ago, and I was like, that is whatever project I come out with, that's gonna be the name of it, because that's what I want to give.
Right.
More than anything, it's like literally medicine for your soul. That's and when you hear that, you might think of like an Erykah Badu or Sade or something like that. But like we also have like the hip hop, New York kind of vibes on this side as well.
Right,
like
of course.
The reggae and all of that. Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. As far as music, what are some of your aspirations that you have for the future? Like, where do you see yourself when you're at the height of your career? What is going to be on your to-do list as far as music-wise?
Music-wise, I definitely want to work with the best artists. So I want to.
Can I hold this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, let me cool out. Let me pull out. I ain't seen one of these since like rest. I damn near want to hit somebody with it. This is dope. This is my grandfather had a guitar. I mean, I used to kind of know how to play this thing, but I'm sorry not to cut you off.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
Music aspirations.
Yeah, I definitely want to work with some great artists. And I'm not I'm humble about my I'm a writer. I'm proud of that, but I'm also aware that there's people that can help me get my message out even better.
Yeah.
So I want to work with some great writers, with some great producers. Definitely want to make this something that I can live off of.
Of course.
Because I feel like when you're giving to the world, you should be able to live comfortably.
Absolutely.
And I want to give that much that I receive that much. So I could, live comfortably with my music stuff. And I want to be somebody that somebody else is on a podcast and they're like, yo, Coke helped me through some days.
Yeah. I think
know what I'm saying?
This interview is going to do that because, like I said, the transparency is amazing. That's one thing I'm taking a lot of note of. Even with you open to working with writers, nowadays you got hip-hop artists, or not even just artists in general, signing all kind of, they just disclosures, and they don't want to really reveal themselves. You're very transparent. As far as management, are you a part of any team? Who's behind the Coke campaign?
That sounds crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it
The
does.
Coke campaign is
It's like
fire.
some shit off South Park or something, but not the soda and not the, not the
Word.
woo, not the Ric Flair, but Coley.
Yeah. So I'm rocking with Bedrock in Mount Vernon, Reggie Huggins, Chris Killebrew, Tange out here working.
Shout out to Tange.
Definitely took a huge load off my back when it comes to like bookings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Carrero, Glow Layla, Skrilla, Danny Rowe. We got some heavy hitters that we got on our team and some really good artists. Jay Isaac. Oh, my boy Nico.
Shout out to Nico Anon, man.
What's crazy? Not shout out to our Nico too.
Oh, you talking about a different Nico?
Shout out to
Nico Brand. What you talking about?
Nah. I thought you were talking about
I know, yeah. But who Nico you talking about?
So Nico, he's a writer.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and
bad.
And an artist. Yeah, we just got locked in recently, and for the past 2 weeks, he elevated my stuff to the next level. So I'm really excited about what we're doing.
Dope.
Yeah.
Because you need a team. I mean, LeBron couldn't win the championship by himself. As much as we love LeBron, he can't do it by himself. Somebody had
That's
to get
a
a
fact.
rebound. Somebody had to inbound the ball. Somebody had to pass him the ball.
Before I'm
Don't forget nobody.
bugging because Legend. I'm glad I could stop right here and talk about Legend because Legend is a artist, engineer, dancehall, hip hop, does everything, and he graced me with his verse on my song "Everything Is Okay." And
I might take this home, by the way.
listen, man, as long as you put it up,
It's sturdy.
Yeah.
Sturdy
Facts.
stuff. Yeah.
Facts.
That's dope. Listen, Coke. The name suits you though. I just feel like it's a lot of shock value in.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot about it. I knew you your whole life. It's like, wow, that just goes to show you. Sometimes you got to take a second to open a book and read it. Like you said, you never know what somebody's going through. You're a soldier. You're a warrior.
Sure.
You're one of God's children. He definitely prepared you for war because the world is war out. It's a war out here. It's a war on what everybody thinks, what everybody's considers their norm. It's a war on whatever they consider not normal. And I'm just really a live and let live type of person. Like whatever's going on next door is none of my business as long as next door don't come to my door, you know? Like as long as you don't shit wherever you want in the world, just not in my yard. That's all. So this was dope. I wish you more success. I'm taking this home. Be on the lookout for her, man. She's not gonna be our last time getting up. I support her full circle. And love. Shout out to Haas too.
Yeah.
Gotta shout Haas out. Good friend of mine. Good, the energy is different. Like just energy. That's the best way I could describe y'all. Just energy.
Definitely following his lead for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You are definitely Little Haas. I didn't want to say it, but
I take that as a huge
from the
compliment.
dreads and all.
Yeah.
You're Little Haas.
Yeah.
As we close things out, there's a lot of people in the world going through some of the same struggles that you went through. Give the viewers or anybody who's going through something similar some encouraging words. That person that's ready to commit suicide, that person that's staring at the jar pills or staring at the loaded pistol or whatever it is, give them some words of encouragement and give them some reasons on why they shouldn't go that route.
What I'll say to that is, I see you, I understand. I've been there. And the best thing that I can give you is call 988, like you would call 911. Call 988 when you're feeling like you're in crisis.
Wow.
Because you'll thank me for it later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how old you are, but hopefully we're gonna be on this planet for a long time. So we gotta figure out how to do it. So keep Be the detective as well as the mystery. The mystery is going to continue to go on. Your life is going to be a mystery. You don't know what's coming next, but still be that detective and investigating yourself. And it's not going to stop. You're going to have to keep investigating yourself, but there's help out there for you. So the biggest thing I can give you is calling 988. If you don't get the right person, hang up, call back again, because you're gonna get the right person. Because they really have some great trained professionals that'll help you settle yourself in your time of need. So that's probably the best thing I can give somebody.
That's dope. And learn yourself. Take time for self. We spend so much time interacting throughout the day that by the time it's time to, get up with ourselves, we want to go to sleep. Learn yourself. Take some time. For the people out there, where can they find you at? Any social media? Where can they find Koke at? Where can they find you?
I don't know where you can find the other Koke at, but you can find me at TheGoodKoke on everything. TheGoodKoke on the Instagrams, the TikToks, the Threads, YouTube, all of that. It's TheGoodKoke. And I just want to say before I leave, congratulations on the success of your platform and everything that you got going on. It's beautiful to see how I talk about our town all the time, and it's so beautiful to see how it's our time and it's happening now,
right now.
Yeah, right. And you're definitely a huge part of that. So
and I feel good to be able to do that because your dad played a big part, like in my life, as far as I was a knucklehead. He didn't got me out of a few situations with his signature and his name alone. So I almost feel like this was supposed to happen.
Sure.
This is dope. Yeah.
Sure. Appreciate you, brother.
Always. Enough is Normal podcast, baby. Catch y'all later, man. Hey, that other Coke, if you need some of that other shit, you might be able to. Stop fucking with you. I'll see y'all later, man. Hey, kids stay in school.